Hey everybody, Jay here from Modern Mississauga, and today we're looking at the 2018 Genesis G80 Sport luxury sedan. As we start around the outside, let's start off with the 19-inch tires. A little busy for the rim design for my liking, but it still works nice in the luxury market. Nice copper trim around there. We'll back up and take a look at the side profile. Nice, clean, and smooth design lines, and to me that's what works for luxury vehicles. You're not screaming out, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." It's just rather subtle. It's very classy. Looking at the rear, quad tailpipes, nice simple badging. You got the G80 logo there. You got the 3.3 T for turbo and the H-Track, which is Hyundai's version of all-wheel drive. Tail lights. Very cool design all the way throughout. Those are your orange turn signals, which aren't showing now. Those are your reverse lights. We'll take a look in the trunk. One touch open. There are more LEDs. LEDs in the front, LEDs in the back, LEDs inside, LEDs everywhere. Hopefully this pops up in the video. But in the trunk is the battery. Frees up space in the front of the vehicle under the hood. So that's that, and your spare tire and your jack kit. Sorry, you can't really see it all that well, but let's close it up with the one touch. And let's go back around to the profile and take a quick look at the front of the car as we wrap up the exterior look. Oh, one other quick thing. I'm not sure how well it shows with all the spokes, but there are Genesis branded brake calipers there. Kind of a cool touch. Up to the front, and you see your LEDs, your huge grille. Very clean design here, and that's really what I like about the Genesis G80. So great look overall on the outside, very classy. Not entirely hooked on having the black mirror caps. I would like them to be more of the blue or whatever color it is that the vehicle is chosen in, but that's just me. Okay, we'll be right back with the inside look. And we're back with the inside look at the 2018 Genesis G80 Sport. We'll start around the back seats. They're very comfortable, lots and lots of room back here. Here is your, it's heavy, middle armrest that comes down. Heated seats in the rear, very cool, and cup holders. Again, very comfortable seats back here. And your climate controls and a bottle of water, which does not come with the car. Seat back pockets on both sides as well. I'll take a chance to show you a better look at the battery now that we're in some better light. Just a quick side note so I can show you guys. There we go, full battery next to the spare tire in the rear. So we'll close her up again. And I'll just jump in the rear seat for a sec one more time to give you a good view of what the interior looks like up front before I jump in there. So very cool, a little busy, but it still works for me anyway. There is a massive panoramic sunroof, which I will open up as soon as we get back in the car. So let's try and get through this as quick as possible. Starting up here, that's your lights on when, oops, the door's not closed. Oh, it is closed. Oops, that's just lights on when the door's open or not. And we're gonna open up the massive panoramic sunshade to get to the panoramic sunroof. Lots of light in the cabin, making it much bigger than it appears. I'd start here with the 9.2-inch screen. It's touchscreen if that's what you're into, or there is a little command center here. So I'm just going to click the home button to show you what your setups look like. You use your toggle or your dial system, rotary dial system here, and that gets you everything you need as far as setup goes. Great navigation system. Easy to see, easy to understand, easy to navigate. Pardon the pun, but not really. Thank you, Hyundai, for making your heated seats and your cooled seats as part of a button and not part of the infotainment screen to dig through. Same thing with the heated steering wheel. 3 settings for each, hot and cold. Your passenger has the same thing, and those are just kind of your fast buttons to get to where you need to. I'm gonna put my heated seats on because it is 6 degrees in late October when I'm taping this. As we continue up front, there's a lot of buttons, but it's still easy to understand. That's your fan, HVAC controls all throughout, front and rear defoggers, And your media system, strange, they have a CD player in 2017 for a 2018 model, but hey, I guess some habits die a little hard. Again, very, very easy to use, and the analog clock, of course, which is a bit of a signature piece for luxury vehicles. Up here, we have the wireless charging for non-iPhones, but I hear that's coming soon. Your USB and your auxiliaries. Open this up, you got a cup holder. Here's what I don't like. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it at all. It looks like a regular gear shifter. So you push in, and right now you can see the D is lit up for drive. It's also up there. You pop it forward one, you get to neutral, and you push, and you go up again for reverse. Yes, reverse is a different color, and yes, your backup cameras show up, and yes, the red R shows up right there. But to get it to park, you got to reach behind that and tap that button. I don't know, to me, just give me a straightforward option, up and down system, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and I'm a happy guy. But again, that's just me. I don't design cars, but if I did, I would not do this. A small X on an otherwise fantastic car overall. But let's keep going. Drive mode, 3 of them. You have your Eco, you have your Sport, and you have your normal. Eco's a little weak, Sport's a little much, unless you're doing some cool twists and turns and want to really unload or unleash the engine, but everyone's got to pretty much live in the world of normal, just like me. Your storage here, little button, and 2 doors open up. I'll show you that one more time. 2-sided, opens at the same time. You can close one, you can close the other. You've got a tray for a wallet or something or whatever. You have your USB in here, 12 volt, and a bunch of space in there for a camera mount, a pack of gum, a wallet, and a USB cable if you are living in the world of J-Canna. Let's look at the infotainment, sorry, not an infotainment system, the dashboard. 2 analog dials on the left and the digital one in the middle. Another thing I'm not really a big fan of is the fuel consumption here. I've done 397 kilometers, sorry, 397 and a half kilometers, and my average is 15 liters. That is a huge number for the car. The car is very heavy. It's about, 4,600 pounds plus a little bit. I think 4,650-ish, but it's a very heavy car, and you feel it when you drive. We'll focus on that for the driving portion. I got better mileage out of a brand new Ford Raptor, and that thing is just massive and heavy and powerful. I did bounce between Eco and normal, but that's the best I got for me for a week's worth of driving. And as you can see, I have 18 kilometers left. I wanted to show you guys this before I fill the tank up and return the car. Not the greatest, bit of a drawback for me, but to each their own. Anyway, so there's a button there. I'm not going to look for fuel because I know where my gas stations are. Steering wheel functions fairly easy to figure out. All your volumes and your Bluetooths are on your left, and your cruise controls and options are on your right. And we push that button there, and very similarly to Hyundai, that's how you kind of get through all your settings and whatnot. What else do we have here? Your lights, brightness of the dashboard, gas, lane keep assist, trunk opening, blind spot monitoring on or off, and your traction control on or off is there. We put that back on, and your standard mirrors and windows are right there. We reach down a little bit. Pedals look kind of cool. Nice design. Grip is very cool, and the firewall is also nicely done. There have been cars I've been in where the firewall is nicer than the actual pedals. Very strange and odd. Overall, the car on the inside is beautiful, and this is really what's going to separate it from other luxury vehicles that they're competing with. There is I believe a 900 watt Lexicon audio system with 14 speakers. 17 speakers through 900 watts. It sounds good. I'm a little iffy on it. I'm a bit of an audio snob, and I expect more out of a car that goes for $62,000 900 watts, 17 speakers. I've mucked around with the controls for the treble, bass, mid, and faders and all that, and I can't seem to find something that actually works for me. The grill covers for the speakers are kind of cool, very Volvo-esque. Let's take a look there with the great system there. Oh, memory seating for 1 and 2. I think that pretty much wraps it up for the inside. We'll talk more about driving dynamics and standard features. We'll take a quick look around the rear. Seats back there, the cool white leather. Careful with blue jeans because they will get them stained sooner than later. And there's a shot of the panoramic sunroof. Does the tilt, does the full open as well. Sorry, full open for just this one. Obviously the back one is a fixed piece. All right, we'll be right back with a better look at the driving dynamics. And we're back with the in-car portion. I want to keep this video fairly short, so let's get straight to it. There is 365 horse, 376 pound-feet of torque through a 3.3 twin turbocharged V6 engine here in the G80 Sport. There is a 3.8 liter engine option with a little less horsepower. There is a 5.0 liter engine option with a ton more horsepower in the 400s. This one sits nicely in the middle, and I think it will sell fairly well. Again, 62 grand for this. That includes everything except the taxes. Hyundai has their fixed price, and compared to what else is out there, it's a good, you know, anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000 less expensive than similarly trimmed out vehicles. 12-way power seats, heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, forward collision braking. Wow, what else is there? Automatic high beams. So if you're coming up to somebody or somebody's coming towards you, the high beams shut off on a darker road. There's just a ton of safety features here, and they're all standard, which is very cool. As far as the driving goes, again, I'm going to keep this in normal. I'm not sure if this would show on the... No. Well, that's okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it normal. The car's heavy, you know, a little over 4,600 pounds, and that comes through with the steering. It's very comfortable, and it's extremely quiet in here. Like it's almost unnervingly quiet in here. Another good sign of a luxury vehicle. But again, you know, I'm 15 liters per 100 kilometers, and I've got 397 kilometers out of the vehicle. I'll probably hit 400, then hit a gas station. 77 liters of fuel to fill the tank. That's a lot of gas to really not go that far away. The offset for that is that it takes regular gas, which is cool for a twin turbo. Usually these kinds of vehicles excuse me, they take premium fuel, whether it be 89, 91, or if you go to Shell, you get the 94. Handling it's good, it's firm, it's solid, but the cornering and it's not really exciting, again, because the vehicle is extremely heavy. So don't expect a lot of responsiveness compared to something that may have a little more of a nimble side to the vehicle. As far as straightaways getting on the highway, there's plenty of power underneath your right foot with the twin turbo. There's a lot to like as far as the performance side goes for the $62,000 price point. I've had it for a week. Again, I've done about 400 kilometers in total on it, and the straightaways are good, like I said, and getting on the highway is good, and it's not as much fun to drive as it is comfortable to drive, and it's very smooth, and it does everything that a proper luxury vehicle should do. A little bland on the outside, but the problem with any new brand, and I'm just using Genesis as the example because that's what I'm driving right now, is because it's so new, you have to get people into the vehicle to really show them what it's all about. Genesis has their no showroom model where they'll come to you for a test drive and to sign all the papers, and any maintenance they'll pick you up and give you a loaner car for it. So really it's the height of convenience as far as luxury brands go, which is good and great and fun and all that, but they're new, think they could benefit from having an actual showroom or a destination where somebody can go to really experience the car instead of, you know, coming out to your parking lot at work or your driveway at home. I think there's going to be a pop-up shop this Christmas of 2017 at Square One for Genesis. I don't know if it's going to actually happen, but I've heard a couple of rumblings that it might. I think that'll definitely help them out as well to get people, to give people an actual place to see and experience the car. So we've gone over handling, and there's a ton of standard safety features that come across the board with a Genesis model. Analog clock is cool for me because it's got that kind of coppery center, and that also matches the wheels. The hubcaps, not the hubcaps, the centerpieces of the rims, which is very cool. Yes, I mentioned that the dash is a little on the busier side, and you know what, that's fine. You know, I would think it's the Buick Encore that had like 42 buttons, and that was just unbelievable overkill. But then again, you have Volvo on the other side of the spectrum that has 3 buttons, and it's just that big 9.2-inch tablet style piece. What else can we say about the vehicle? It's been fun. Sorry, not fun. Wrong choice of words. It's been comfortable to drive. The seats are very, very plush, and it's the Napa leather, and it's got the cool trim on them. Two-tone seats that are white and black, and the kind of goldy copperish stitching that matches again the analog clock, and the centerpieces of the rims. I think that pretty much wraps it up as far as the driving impressions go. It's good, it's luxurious, it's quiet, it's also heavy, it's very thirsty. Again, balanced out by the regular fuel that you can put in. I'm sure you can dump in some higher grade stuff, but for what your main purposes are, every day do what Genesis says and just throw in your regular gas there. If you have any questions, I say a lot. I think I mentioned that in my last video. One other quick thing. There is a micro suede roof liner. Don't know if you can see that. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can't, but I will try and squeeze that in for the interior pictures. Okay, well, that wraps this up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have any questions on the 2018 Genesis G80, flip me a note in the comments or email me at j@modernmississauga.com. And stay tuned for the next review. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you'll just have to tune in. www.modernmississauga.com. Thanks, everybody.